Anyway, great old one. Last one. Patron spells. So that's changed again. Awakened Mind now lets you create a two-way telepathic connection. Nice, you can now talk to people instead of them listening to you. Honestly, for me, this doesn't necessarily really matter. I get it. I actually think this is usually better. It's just kind of cool that originally Awakened Mind, you could talk into their minds. And it was this thing of like they heard a voice in their head and they just started talking out loud to it. To be fair, technically you don't have to let them use the telepathic connection if they don't know about it necessarily. Like that could still be a thing. I don't know. Psychic spells is new. Clairvoyant combatant uses your telepathic bond. Oh wait, really? They're using your telepathic bond for other shit now? To impose disadvantage on attack rolls against you and grant you advantage on attack rolls against the creature for the duration of the telepathic bond. Eldritch Hex is a new level 10 feature, and Create Thrall now gives you the Summon Apparition spell with additional properties. Okay. The Great Old One spells. Let's have a look. Dissonant Whispers. Sasha's Hideous Laughter. And then Detect Thoughts and Phantasmal Force, so that's still exactly the same. Clairvoyance and Sending, where Sending has been replaced with Hunger of Hadar. Confusion and Evard's Black Tentacles are new. Oh no, Evard's Black Tentacles used to... What the hell is Evard's Black Tentacles? I've never used this spell. And then Dominate Beast was replaced by Confusion. And then it used to be Dominate Person Telekinesis. It has now changed into Modify Memory Telekinesis. So pretty much the idea that we're getting here is that this is a like kind of mind fuckery kind of creature, which is, I'm assuming, why they took the Misty Step route with Archfey. Which, I mean, sure, I guess. Awakened Mind. Form a telepathic connection between your mind and the mind of another as a bonus action. Used to be... you didn't used to you have anything. It just used to be 30 feet, so now it's a bonus action. You and the chosen creature can speak telepathically with each other while the two of you are within the number of miles of each other equal to your charisma modifier. Sure. So that's a very fucking long range. So that's a buff. It's a bonus action to do now. The telepathic connection lasts for a number of minutes equal to your warlock level. It ends early if you're in the incapacitated condition or die, or if you use this feature to form a connection with a different creature. Okay, but there's no like you only get it back on a long rest, so that's fine. Alright, when you cast a warlock spell that deals damage, you can change its damage type to psychic. Nice. And in addition, when you cast a warlock spell that is an enchantment or illusion, you can do so without vermal or somatic components. Cool. It's pretty good. I'm guessing it's like you literally shoot eldritch blasts into their mind or something, I assume. So that's kind of cool. Clairvoyant combatant. You learn to read the attacks of minds you touch. When you form a telepathic bond with a creature using your imagined mind, you can force that creature to make a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC. On a failed save, the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against you, and you have advantage on attack rolls against that creature for the duration of the bond. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or lesser or long rest. You know what one thing is that I've kind of noticed? I feel like Warlock is getting to this point where you really want to get in there. I think Celestial might be the exception to that rule. But like the reason is because like the steps all have stuff that they do within 10 feet of the others. Celestial doesn't really have anything close, I guess. 60 feet for healing light is pretty far. Vengeance is technically more for yourself. The damage is like a nice bonus. But like for Fiend, you want to be 10 feet from stuff because then they give you temporary hit points. Like, I don't know. I feel like they're kind of building Warlock in such a way where you kind of have to be in the fray, which, you know, the point of Warlock could be that, but it didn't have to be that. To be fair, it still doesn't have to be that, if you think about it. Because you can play Celestial, or you can play Archfey and just teleport out every single time, I guess. Okay, I don't know, I don't know. Once you use this feature, because like this is also within 30 feet is the reason that I'm saying that you have to be kind of close to use this. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish short or long rest. You can also restore it using and expending a spell slot of 2nd level or higher. Which you should have at this point because you're level 6. This replaced Entropic Ward, which used to be 6th level. You learn to magically ward yourself against an attack and to turn an enemy's failed strike into a good luck for yourself. When a creature makes an attack roll against you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on that roll. Attack misses you, your next attack against the creature has advantage. So pretty much they turned them missing an attack roll onto you into they have to make a save or they keep getting disadvantage, you keep getting advantage. Which I would say this is slightly a buff, honestly, with the difference that Entropic Ward could be done against any attack. Don't even have to see them for Entropic Ward, whereas here it's someone you can see within 30 feet, so... yeah. Thought Shield. Your thoughts can't be read by telepathy. You also have resistance to psychic damage. Whenever a creature deals psychic damage, that creature takes the same amount of damage you do. Hey, you have a feedback loop now. Eldritch Hex. Your alien patron grants you a powerful curse. You always have the Hex spell prepared when you cast Hex and choose it. Oh, but the target also has disadvantage on saving throws of the chosen ability for the duration of the spell. Hey, look what Hex should have done from the beginning. So they gave you Hex. Is it weird that Hex kind of feels out of place here? Is that a weird thing to say? It feels like that's this is out of place here. I don't know. Your patron grants you the ability to manifest a part. You can use Summon Aberration. Have we always been assuming that the Great Old One is an aberration? Apparently so. Okay. So you always have Summon Aberration prepared. When you cast a spell, you can modify it so that it doesn't require concentration. If you do so, the spell's duration becomes 1 minute for the casting. For that casting, when summoned, the apparition has a number of temporary hit points equal to your Warlock level plus your Charisma modifier. Okay. So you just get the ability to summon an aberration with your spell slots, but you can modify it so it doesn't require concentration, at which point it becomes a minute and it has temporary hit points. In addition, the first time each time the aberration hits a creature under the effect of Hex, your Hex, the aberration deals extra psychic damage to the target. Okay. So I still don't see why Eldritch Hex is on this subclass. It feels it feels like it doesn't belong. It's like the one of these things is not like the other kind of a situation, which might be weird to say, but I don't know. It's just personal opinion. Create I can live with. To be fair, like, it's a psychic damage creature usually, I think. Create aberration. So I think I'm fine with this. You call for an aberrant spirit, yada yada yada. It's a 4th level spell. By this point you have 5th level spell slots, but then again if you cast it at a higher level, gets higher AC and higher hit points. So that's fine. Choose Beholderkin, Slot, or Star Spawn. That doesn't really matter. Yeah, so only Slod actually deals... The only creature that deals slashing damage instead of psychic is the Slod version of the summon aberration, whereas Beholderkin and Starspawn both deal psychic damage. So yeah, I think summon aberration makes sense. Even though I've always seen Great Old One as like it could have been just a god or something. I don't know. Maybe like a current god is more celestial, but I don't know. But it's fine. I think this, apart from Eldritch Hex, which I still find weird on this subclass, I think this is fine.